for all the hearts there, Nicole. I don't know if your name's Nicole or not. Let me know. Yeah, so you can swipe to the right, or on Android, I think you swipe down. Is it Nichelle? Did I say that right? That's a cool name. So yeah, swipe to the right and then hit that share button. We'll get started in just a second. We're going to talk about how you can save your Periscope chats, Periscope scopes. By the way, Periscope numbers came out today. Nichelle, great, I said your name right. Periscope numbers came out today. This hit 10 million viewers, and it was cool because they had a live Q&A with this guy from Periscope today, and he was talking about what they're going to add. And people kept saying, "Are you going to do this? Can you do this?" And I could totally tell by the way he's answering questions. I actually took notes. I could tell by the way he was answering questions, like what they're like. Yeah, we're working on that. A couple things. We're working on making chats more readable. This is what a Periscope guy said today. Like I think the founder of Periscope, he said they asked about making your Periscopes embeddable, and he said sometimes broadcasters have things they want to stick around. So I would say yes, they're working to make them embeddable, and they're working on making better scopers more viewable. And they said the time. This is tips from the insights from the founder of Periscope today. He did a scope, and he said that one of the ways they think that is most accurate, and it's not hearts, but everybody tap the screen and give me hearts. That's awesome, right? But he said the hearts thing can be gamed. So thank you for the hearts, everyone. That's really funny. I feel so feminine when I see all these hearts on my screen. But he said because that can be gamed, they're looking at time viewed as the main measurement of success on Periscope. So anyway, that's from them. And then another is landscape mode. They said they're working on it. And they have 40 years of time watched every day on Periscope. So that's pretty crazy. So swipe to the right. If you haven't already, share this on Twitter that you're watching this. I'll let you do that real quick. Stuart, what's up, man? Great to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Stuart, I love your updates from you and your kids watching baseball games. So swipe to the right, share. We're going to talk about how you can share your stuff, your feeds from your scopes. So there is a service. By the way, my name is Andy Traub. You can find me at digihowto.com and takepermission.com. And I'm scoping here on Periscope at Andy Traub, Traub. I'm here live from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I'm staying at a hotel, Hilton Garden Inn downtown. A little river down there. So let's talk about how you can save your scopes for more than 24 hours because they expire after 24 hours. Okay. So here's how you can save your scopes. There is a service called Catch, Katch.me, and it was born in one of those, like they do like a quick. Well, I'll just look and see what the name of it is because it's like a hackathon, right? And they kind of threw this thing together, and let's frequently asked questions. Here we go. So the URL is katch.me, katch.me, like catch, but with a K. .me. And let's see here, is Catch part of Meerkat or Periscope? Nope. And how long it took to process? Why did you do this? Oh, here we go. It was a hack day, and that's how it was born. So I'm going to show you this on my screen right here. So I'm going to flip it around, swipe down, and this is catch.me. I'm in the about section right here. Go back here. So catch.me, and what you do is you sign up for catch.me and you just connect it to your Twitter, which will then pull in your Periscope scopes, and it will create a channel or a page like this. So what you need to do is you need to go to catch.me, sign up for the service, and it will, from that moment forward, if you check the option to automatically save to the page, it'll automatically take your scopes and add them to a page. It looks like this. Here's mine. So you can find mine at catch.me/Andy Traub, and it will only do your scopes going forward, so it won't go backwards. Okay. So this is the scope that I did this morning. I signed up for the service and I signed up, and then it pulled it in. My friend Mike Hyatt, he obviously signed up before, so you can see what his page looks like. Okay, that's his catch.me. So you sign up and you want to make sure that you check automatically upload to catch.me, and then you can send people there to watch all of your scopes. So I think that Periscope will probably add the service themselves, but for now, as it's being built, not a bad idea. It's just a way to save them, a place to save them. So here's some bonus info. Okay, if you have questions, feel free to type them in there. If you haven't shared this already, swipe to the right, hit that share button. If you're on Android, you swipe down, share it on Twitter that we're scoping, and I'll take some questions about this as well. But it's a really slick service. Again, just using all this stuff from your Twitter feed. Here's another thing I observed, and this is just as we're learning about the platform. That first 2 seconds of your camera being on is really important, because like this is the back porch of Mike's house, which is fine, right? But you know, this is a less than flattering picture of Mike. But we're learning that first 2 seconds when that camera is facing back instead of front. Make sure you're really paying attention when you're doing your scope when you're starting off. So when I started my scope tonight, this was what I started at right here. So that should show up in sort of whatever the splash image, if you will. So once you sign up for Catch.me, it's free. I feel like it's sort of a temporary solution to the scopes lasting more than 24 hours, because if you didn't know, they actually expire after 24 hours. So here's something cool that Mike did, and I want to show you. So he's got this YouTube. This is youtube.com. Just look up Mike Hyatt on youtube.com. But here's what he did. If you see his, he's got this full screen. So over here he's got some branding, okay? And on the right side he's got his website, things like that, and hashtag. But here's how he did this. Okay, I'm going to show you how he did this. If you want to take your scopes and actually add them to YouTube, you can download them to your phone, right? And you can upload them to YouTube. But when you download them, they're going to have this shape to them, just like this. I'm going to show you how Mike did this, okay? So you can do it too. And I don't know exactly this is how Mike did it, but you can do this, okay? You can make this artwork, okay? Somebody can duplicate that kind of artwork. But here's how you would do this. You would download this video file, right? And then you would use a program called ScreenFlow. ScreenFlow is an awesome program. And then you would make sure it's the right size, right? You can choose the size. And what you can do is after you create a recording, you can upload your video, okay? So all you do is you would take, this is a huge image, right? Think of this as 2 layers. The first layer is this image. The second layer is the video. So all you do is you take this image with your own branding, and then you lay the video on top of it. Just like in Photoshop, you got different layers. So this video is a layer. It's sitting on top of this image, right? And then you just upload it to YouTube. So I'll hit play, and you'll see the only thing moving is the middle of the video.
Here. Good to see you guys again today. Hope you're having a great day. I am.
So all this is in ScreenFlow, it's 2 layers. This is a layer, right here. This is a layer. And then you can just take the video from your phone, upload it to ScreenFlow, and you've got 2 layers. And you can then upload that to YouTube so it looks correct. Now, when they go to landscape orientation, you'll have a lot better, a lot easier to brand that and such. But for now, if you want to, and he only just did this with this one, Mike's an experimenter. He's going to try stuff, but you can learn from that. So again, if you want to save your Periscope scopes more than 24 hours, sign up for Catch.me. That's Katch.me. Right now it's free. I think it's sort of a temporary solution, but you can also go in here and change these if you want to make them private. So I think I'm signed in. So right here I can download, and I believe I can embed right here. And then I can edit the video. So some cool features from Catch.me. It's got a little bit of stats there. So let's do some questions. There. So lighting is just harsh. Lighting's hard, people. Lighting is hard. So what questions do you have about Periscope? About what Mike Hyatt did? Any better explanation I can give you about how to make your periscopes last longer? Any tips? I've got a scope I'm going to do tomorrow. I think I've got 18 tips on how to have a good periscope scope. Again, my name is Andy Traub. You can find me at takepermission.com and at digihowto.com, and on Periscope at Andy Traub. Yeah, you can use Camtasia instead of ScreenFlow. I prefer ScreenFlow. It's a Mac-only program, but Camtasia is a great program. Again, you just want to make sure you've got 2 layers there. You've got your image with all your information on it, and then you're going to lay the video on top of that, and then program it, process it, upload it to YouTube. So again, we've been talking about how you can make your scopes last longer than 24 hours. And Bargain Hoot, what I was saying about what Mike did on his is that he took an image and he branded it. Okay, just think of one image. Okay, this is one image. And he basically took an image and he put the video layer on top of it. So this is one layer, is my hand is one layer, and the video is another layer. Okay, so the image is my hand, and the video is this card. And all I did is he laid the video in front of that image, and then he processed it so it looks, it looks like this long big video, but all it is an image with a video laying in front of it. So you can do that with ScreenFlow, Camtasia. I don't think you can do it with QuickTime because you can't do layers with QuickTime. But ScreenFlow is $99 for Mac. Camtasia, I think they lowered the price to $99 as well. But the point being, if you want to upload your videos, you certainly can download them off of your phone, and you can definitely upload them to YouTube that way. But the orientation's funky; you're not branding it. But if you want a systematic way to do this, then I would say create that branded image, and then go ahead and use ScreenFlow to process that, and then upload it to YouTube. I just think from a branding perspective, it makes sense. Why not have all that branding to the side, left and right? What are the questions you have about Periscope? Whatever questions you have about tips on scoping. Again, I've got a scope I'll do tomorrow with like 18 tips on Periscope and making a good scope. And I'm not using all of those tips right now. But if you haven't shared this already, swipe to the right and hit share. That'd be awesome. Decker, what's up, man? Great to have you. We're talking about my friend Mike and all the cool stuff, all the cool stuff he's doing. My friend Jeff said he's having a hard time seeing me. Sorry, man. Have any recommendations topics? Yeah, so it's a great question about what tips you should do, what you should scope about. Talk about things you're passionate about. Talk about things you're interested in. This is such a brand new platform. Do not worry at this point about nailing it, about doing it perfect. Just find your voice and share your voice. Will Periscope incorporate monetization features for popular scopers? That's a great question. They asked about advertising with the founder of Periscope today, and he said that they are not talking about monetization through ads right now. But that was, if you see my scope from earlier today, 11 problems that Periscope needs to fix. One of them is, what's the business model, right? But remember, Periscope is owned by Twitter. If you didn't know that, it's owned by Twitter, so they're tied in, obviously. And so as Twitter goes, so Periscope goes. But I know one thing that they've done is right before South by Southwest, they took away the Twitter API from Meerkat, which is the competitor, and so they couldn't tie into Twitter as tightly or as tight. And so, Meerkat is really going to suffer under that. But listen to my scope from earlier today, if you would. You can go to catch.me, katch.me/Andy Traub, where if you're within 24 hours, you can obviously check on Periscope. Two-person scopes, like Michael's layout, is on his podcast. Two-person scopes, my friend John, I don't know if you're watching right now, John. Let me see if John's watching. I can't tell. But my friend John Meyer, who's founder of Lemon.ly, lemon.ly, infographic company here in Sioux Falls, I was hoping he'd swing by so we could do a scope. We'll maybe do a scope together tomorrow. But I'm not sure what you mean by two-person scopes. Just having two people on a scope. It's hard because they got to be, right here, unless we're both skinny, which me and John both are skinny. But yeah, so we're answering questions about Periscope right now, about the future of Periscope, about how to use Periscope. If I don't answer your question adequately, feel free to repeat it. It's hard. Some of my tips, and I'm going to talk about more of these, is definitely have a purpose, have a plan, have some points for your Periscope. Hey, Casey. So when you're on, you're not babbling and bumbling, that you really think through. Also, really think through that first frame of your Periscope. What are people going to see on that splash, that freeze screen for your video? Because it's showing the first second. So make sure that you're intentional about what people see before you flip that camera to you, if that's the way you're going to do it. How long could your scope be? It depends on if you're pirating a video or if you're just trying to communicate a message. This probably won't be a lot longer, um, but it's as long as you can stay interested and be interesting. Um, but I don't do a time limit. I'm just on here to. I wanted to share my tips on how um, to make your scopes last longer than 24 hours. Talk about Periscope a little bit, and when you guys get disinterested and stop giving me little cute hearts, I'll go downstairs and have a beer. So yeah, so if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer those. It's funny. I was watching Periscope today, and there's a lady that has a Periscope course. I'm like, how do you already have a course on Periscope? God bless her. And I'm assuming it's a paid course, and people are raving about it. But I don't have plans for a course right now. But right now, I just want to stay here and help out. I love the feedback. I love the conversation. I think anybody who really loves Periscope right now just really loves the sound of their own voice, because none of you can talk. But just being honest. So happy to answer any questions you have about Periscope. If you are on Periscope, look at sort of the worldwide Periscope today. Today's August 13th, I think. And the founder of Periscope, we also did a post on this on Medium, but they hit 10 million viewers today, and they are they're just talking about improvements to the service. So check out that Periscope that he did, that scope that he did. By the way, I don't like the word scope because scope is to me a medical term. But hashtag used to be a pound symbol. So anyway, would you recommend us to follow on Periscope for more tips? Shalene Johnson's doing it great. There's a lady named Kim Garst, Garst. And there's another guy. I don't remember his name, but they'll talk about those. Follow those people. Look up Shalene Johnson and Kim Garst on Twitter, and that's the cool thing because it's all tied in. You don't have to jump around. That they'll talk about other people that are good scopers. Periscope does not have a good algorithm for finding people right now. They've got to improve on that. The hearts can be gamed, and so what they're saying is, again, my name is Andy Traub. You can find me at takepermission.com and digihowto.com. Follow me on Periscope. Make sure you turn your notifications on and off for different people on Periscope. You can do that for the people you follow. You have to kind of dig in there, but you can turn your notifications on and off so you can let know when people are scoping. But I had 11 tips and things that Periscope needs to fix today. And one of them is I would love if you could, as you're getting ready to start a scope, you could do a timer. So like put your message in and then say I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes and then have the scope start in 5 minutes, because you've got that awkward thing where it's like, hey everybody, I'm going to be scoping in a little bit and you have to go to Periscope and find me. It'd be cool if people could sort of sit in queue and wait for you to Periscope or scope. But anyway, those are just some thoughts on what they can do. But they're working hard. They just hit 10 million users, and that's pretty awesome. So, I'm just honored you guys are taking time to come hang out. And sorry, my .com is takepermission.com. That's where I write more about business and life. And digihowto.com, is where I write more about tech. And you can find all my stuff there. Somebody asked about my Lynchpin podcast. Everything has a season, and the Lynchpin podcast has a season, and that season is over. So it was a great show. It's out there, still doing well on iTunes, but it was a great book. I love it. I believe almost everything that Seth Godin says, but it was time to retire that show. So, all right, well, things have slowed down a bit. So say goodbye with a couple hearts, and love to. Yeah. I'd love to know what other questions you have. So hit me up on Twitter if other stuff you want me to scope on, and looking forward to helping in any way I can. If you have any other questions about Periscope, we're all learning, and I'll try to stay a little bit ahead of the curve and help you become a better scoper as well. So good night from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to talk about 18 tips, 19 tips I think I have now on how to have a good Periscope scope. some things to consider. You don't have to do all of them, but there's some really good ones. So thanks again, everybody. Good night. God bless. And be well going downstairs. We'll see you. Bye.